It is indeed a great pleasure and privilege to have with us His Eminence Tai Situ Rinpoche. Rinpoche has been very kind to us and very gracious in accepting the invitation to come and teach us today. Even though Rinpoche doesn't need an introduction, but I think, Rinpoche, we would like to share a little bit about your life. His Eminence Tai Situ Rinpoche is a renowned Buddhist scholar. Born in Tibet, he was recognized as the 12th incarnation of the Tai Situpa lineage by His Holiness the 16th Gyalwa Karmapa, the spiritual head of the Kagyupa school of Tibetan Buddhism. At young age, he was forced to leave Tibet during the forceful occupation by the Chinese in 1959. Since then, he has been living in India. He established his own monastery near Baijnath in Himachal Pradesh and also built several Buddhist monasteries, institutions of learning in the Himalayan region. Well known as an outstanding master of Tibetan Buddhism, he travels extensively to propagate the teachings of Lord Buddha. He has dedicated his life for spreading the message of peace, love, compassion, and universal brotherhood. He is also a distinguished writer, which includes well-known books like A Way to Go, An Introduction to Buddhist Philosophy, The Lopa, Relative World and Ultimate Mind, and Awakening the Sleeping Buddha. Some of you may not know, but Rinpoche is also an accomplished painter. Rinpoche, we are very lucky to have you with us today. And it's very interesting that when I was discussing about the topic of the teaching today, we kind of finally decided that the topic of today, pros and cons of the 21st century, would be the most appropriate for us today in the center. So Rinpoche, I'm very happy and I welcome you from the bottom of my heart for coming here. And please carry on coming here in the future as well. Thank you. But maybe I can ask one question before I give the mic to. The question is that if we are talking about the 21st century, we are talking about time. So when we transcend space or time, then what is the significance, of this kind of a periodization? Thank you.
Although ultimately there is no time, relatively time, we all have no time. So we are controlled by the time. We can't control the time.
yeke dan lu dan ne jine ke bum ta da mi yeke nam thang ruwa kunje da ke ye tam ba tham je ke do da ge chu den do da ja ke tam ba nyam me tu be wang me sha je do chma me ba la go ye ra do de go sum ku ba chen bu chang zi xing jab su chi wo 다자 게 받든 라마 리다 지부르장즈 찹다 가든 총반미 베달정보 초게 샤제조 마메 발라 고베 랍드데 고슴 구바쳔부 창설신 접수 치우 다도 심지엔 탐지지 주 진질라블 제도 솔 받든 자벨라마 림보 치 다게 쭈르 뱀메 denjula 가진 침부권의 제종대 고송 투지 우주자도 솔 Good evening. Thank you for what you have said, nice things about me. Well, actually, after deciding to talk this evening about pros and cons of the 21st century, after deciding that, then I realized I got myself into very deep soup. So I think there's no clock, right?
No,
Then I have
time
to
doesn't
this,
exist.
No, time exists. Yeah, good. Thank you. Because I am not very good at looking at watch. So that's good. Thank you. Now, I can talk about pros and cons of the 21st century as a person who's born in the 20th century and grew up during that time and now getting old in the 21st century. So I can say a lot, but that will not be very different from what you will say because we all in the same soup. So pretty much the same. Having said that, I made some request for people who know how to use computers, because I don't know how to use computers. I know how to break computers, but I don't know how to use them. I just mess them up. So they went through my request and they used Google search and found statistics related with the United Nations and its affiliate organizations and NASA and also Wikipedia. I don't know what does that mean. That's what they told me. Wikipedia sounds like somebody's name. So anyway, statistics that they found are very interesting, and most of my requests they have fulfilled. Quite few people worked on it and fulfilled. So I like to share with you some of them, because it will give us some realistic picture of the world. I start with 1900 and then 2000 and 2016 today. So let's say this these statistics will be about 2015. So world population, 1st January 1900 was 1.1 billion and 1.65 billion. So world population 1st January 2000 was 6.13 billion, so 6 billion. So in 100 year, in place of one person, almost there is 6 persons. And then from 2000, January 1st, to today, the January 1st, 2016, the population of the world is 7.35. So in between these 3/4 of a billion in 15 years. And so that is quite reliable, from quite reliable sources, international sources. So this means that much hands to do things, but that much mouth to feed, and that much stomachs to fill, and that much body to be dressed, and that much mind to be educated, and that much mind to be content. So big differences took place within 115 years. Huge differences. You know, this is one thing. And then the world temperature. Now we look into the environmental aspect. There's so much about environment. Let's say the size of the desert, size of the land that we have, and the size of the ocean, size of the forest. So all of this, if we look into, then what I have discovered is actually quite educating, to be positive. I'm not an optimistic person, I'm not a pessimistic person, I'm a realist. But having said that, I like to be positive, you know. So positive is good, negative is bad. So let's say it will educate us. Desert of the world, the desert means real desert as well as semi-desert. So that kind of Earth's surface during the January 1900, so beginning of the 20th century, was 44 million point 3 square kilometer. But January 2000, it reached to 48 million, from 44 million to 48 million. 48 million. Now, in between 2000, January 1st to January 1st, 2016, in 15 years, it reached 49 million. So 48 million square kilometer to 49 million square kilometer increase. That naturally means a couple of things. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a student of any of this, but I'm concerned individual, concerned citizen of the earth, you know. So, but I don't mean that I'm an effective concerned person, because I can't claim that I have done anything significant to manage to do anything significant to make any difference. but I sincerely wish to. So when it comes to the ocean, then it is rising. So the turn of the previous century, 1st January 1900, then it was 244 million square kilometer ocean surface. But then in year 2000, it became 332.26 million square kilometer. And in between 2000 to 2016, January 1st, it went up from 332.26 million square kilometer to 360 million square kilometer. That is huge in 15 years. When the ocean rising, so more water. इतना ज़्यादा पानी बढ़ गया, समुद्र का पानी इतना बढ़ गया. फिर sorry, I'm mixing the language. so that much water body has increased. Then now we talk about the forest. A turn of the previous century, it was 48 million square kilometers of forest. And in 100 year, which is 2000, January 1st, it was 41,000 square kilometer, down to 41. But then in between January 1st, 2000 to January 1st, 2016, the forest shrank from 41 million square kilometer to 37 million square kilometer. So in 15 years. Okay, so that is the that is the situation here. And now this is another very, very serious thing. So this is ice. We need ice. Without ice, there will be no. Right now, ocean is rising, but without ice, the ocean will not rise. When ocean will not rise, ocean will only go down. When it stops rising ocean is a very big problem in our mind right now. But then once ocean stop rising, then ocean will go down. So then that will be bigger problem. So if when ocean rises, we can climb the mountain. But when ocean goes down, then सब कुछ पानी का कम, and sorry, all the necessity of the water, that we need water. Without water, we cannot survive. Our body without water is just this big. No water at all. Our body is very small. It can fit in a Horlicks bottle. So even that might be a bit too big, because it will be no air, no space, no water, then just the dust will be very little. So water is extremely important. So now the ice during the 1900, the beginning of the 20th century, January 1st, it was mentioned that it is 11 million square kilometer. 11 million square kilometer. But then, year 2000, it went down to 8 million square kilometer. And then within this 15 year, the 1st of January 2016, it became only 5 million square kilometer. So from in 15 year, 6, 7, 8, 3 million square kilometer of ice disappeared. Okay, and it of course became ocean, of course. But then we shouldn't be overjoyed about that, because once it becomes ocean, it goes up and rains and become flood, and goes up and rains, become snow, so on and so forth. But it is actually down the drain, because only destruction. It will not really not really have that many positive effect when there's so much rain, so much water, and so little ice. Like our great rivers, like in Asia, the India's great river is Yamuna and Saraswati and Ganges. But Saraswati we can't see. It is for the eyes of the behold. But the Yamuna and Ganges we can see. So their fate is very clear. And then, where I come from, the Tibet. So most of the major rivers of the Asia are coming from Tibet, and they're all coming from glaciers. And if there is less ice, then the fate of those rivers are sealed. It is not a destination, but it is a fate. I will use the word fate for that. Having said that, I don't believe that there's no way to fix that. I believe technically we have the scientific and technological capability to fix all of these. We can, but it will not be just by talking. Putting your mind to it, putting your body into it, work, putting your money into it, then it will work. Otherwise, it is not going to fix by itself.